Welcome to Unlock Your Design. I'm Ashley and this is Bella, and we are here to bring you a opportunity for January of 2024. Bella and I have studied gene keys, we've studied human design, we've studied astrology, we've dabbled in the I Ching, and part of what our brand is for Unlock Your Design is that we bridge the gap between all of these systems. Because Bella and I believe that these systems work together. And what is missing in one system can be found in another. And they're all rooted from the same thing. So why aren't we combining them? And oftentimes we have people that come into our universe and they want to learn about human design or gene keys. And then they feel like, whoa, this is advanced because Bella and I are speaking kind of three languages. We're speaking human design, we're speaking gene keys, we're speaking astrology. And we bring in our archetypes. So we're speaking four languages, especially if you haven't been introduced to our 64 archetypes. So it can be confusing because a lot of these systems have their own terminology. So we have decided we are going to revamp our basics course, and we are going to bring you a new 5-day series on the foundations of gene keys, of human design, of astrology, and of the archetypes.
And how to bridge the gap between them. We're going to do this for free. However, you need to be there when it happens because we really like when people are live with us. So all this is going to happen next week at 4 p.m. in Miami and 1 p.m. in Los Angeles. And there's going to be replays for you for 24 hours. I think the biggest thing with this is that we are not only going to give you ad hoc astrology, human design, and gene keys. We're going to show you how it's one sky, one system, and how you can see how the 54th hexagram is exactly the same thing as the 54th gate, and is also all the energy of Capricorn.
Mm-hmm. So next week, we are going to do 5 days with you. The first day is going to be on bridging the gap. The second day, human design. The third day, gene keys. The fourth day is astrology, and the fifth day is going to be about portals of deconditioning and the archetypes. So we've got 5 days together, and like Bella said, we have a free version. The free version, you just have to register with Zoom's going to send you announcements of, oh, it's going to happen in a day or it's happening in an hour, and that way you get reminders, you get the Zoom link, you don't miss anything, and you can join us. I have set up a page on our website where all the replays are going to go. And like Bella said, after each day, you have 24 hours to watch it. And then that replay is going to come down. We're going to edit it. We're putting it in our course. The course itself is $25. So we made it super affordable for you. That's an option for you to purchase. What that means is that if you feel like, I don't think that I could show up at 1 p.m. Pacific time. This way you have lifetime access. And what you're also going to get is on Friday, after the last masterclass, we are going to have a Q&A. So you're going to be able to ask those questions that you need clarifications for. You can get it as personal as you want or as general as you want. If you didn't understand something, you can ask that question there. We're going to be giving you different opportunities as well, because it's not just about learning the foundations. It's also, once you have this, what do you do with it? Because it's not just about the mental understanding of things. You really need to start putting things in action. So we will be announcing some things during the 5-day series that you can be part of. It is 2024. We have a brand new suite of immersions and the inner circle and many things that we're doing this year. So we just wanted to make sure that before we kicked off this year, you're ready to go. You have the foundations, you know the basics of human design, of gene keys, of astrology, so that when you come into any of the things that we're doing, even the free walking the wheel calls on Tuesdays, you understand the basics.
Yeah, and I feel like last year we were working with was really to start to set people up for things. Like that's what we did with astrology. People came in and we were setting you up for understanding your astrology. What we are doing these 5 days is really setting you up for the brave new year. So, you know, the calendar year started 9 days ago, and then the Chinese New Year is on the 21st of January. So we're doing this in order for you to be able to start the brave new year with bridging the gaps of these systems. And one of the lower tier ways to come in with us is to come in every Tuesday. It's a call that's open for everyone, and we're walking the wheel, and every week we are highlighting what is the main archetype, what's the main hexagram, where is the sun on the sky right now. So here's what we're speaking about. This is the sky. So wherever you would look up in the sky right now, you would have all these constellations that you've heard about, Aries and Scorpio and Leo. So right now we were speaking about the sun, and the sun is the circle with a dot in. So like I was saying before, the sun is right now in Capricorn, but it's also in gate, archetype, hexagram, gene key 54. So that's what we're going to see on the top here. And this is what many of you have used, just the body graph to see just now. What is the neutrino weather? This is how the body graph is looking. What we really love doing is to use the wheel and say, yeah, the sun is somewhere, but all the other planets are also somewhere. So today we have two other energies that are also really strong. We have the North Node that just shifted from 42 into 51, together with Chiron in gate 51. That's a very powerful energy that is in sync with another fire sign. Aries is a fire sign, another fire sign here in Sagittarius, where right now as we speak, and the moon is really fast, it moves a couple of times per day gate. So right now we have the moon lining up with Mercury here in Sagittarius in gate 11. If you know about the gene keys, you could say today there is an interesting energy that's happening with gene key 54, gene key 11, and gene key 51. And you could be like, oh, I have two of this in my profile. Oh, I wonder, interesting, because I felt something really powerful around my emotions. Oh, my EQ is gate 51. I understand that feels activated. So you start to look at the wheel, you start to look at the body graph, and you start to think about what is happening in your own life with that. So what we see right now here is that we have today channel 1057. So we know that there is this integration circuit, so individual energy. What is it today that's making you feel empowered or disempowered? And we could also go and look where in the planets do we have that. The South Node is the 57, and then the 10 is in Mars. Okay, so there is an action-oriented energy. There is something here about where we have been and where we're going. In everything you do, everything that you put into action today, are you doing it based on intuition, based on your naturalness, based on who you truly are? Or are you doing it even if it doesn't really feel like it's on point? That's an important question if we're just looking at the body graph. This is the kind of language that Ashley and I are using. And that as you're coming in with us, you're going to start to look at, through astrology, the elements, the modalities, through the body graph, how does the energy move? What is activated for us? What are the conjunctions? What are the planets that are together highlighting a theme or a gene key or a hexagram every single day?
Yeah. So as we're giving you this opportunity to learn about the foundations, it's also a portal to awaken, and it's a portal to decondition. Because if we're looking at gate 11, it is the idealist, but also we've got beliefs here. We've got deeply instilled and ingrained beliefs that can happen in this gate. So that's why I think also Chiron and the North Node are coming in to shock us into awakening. So maybe we can change some of these hardcore beliefs that we have inside of us that are not helping us evolve, that are not helping us awaken, that are not helping us step into our purpose. So when we come into walking the wheel and going into these archetypes and learning about these foundations, we're going into a system that is helping us discover more about ourselves, more about our purpose, also giving us that sense of individual empowerment and also helping us master this so then we can come into this sharing of this purpose into the world. But if you have any beliefs that are holding you back from stepping into your purpose, now is the time, now is the moment to allow these to come up, to be able to be transformed. Like, what myths are you living in your life that aren't serving you anymore? What roles and characters have you been playing that are done, that are ready to make their final bow and exit stage left or stage right, so that the real role, the true self, can come through? Because a lot of what we're deconditioning from is from our past partnerships, our relationships, our family, and our culture and the world at large. And I think that now more than ever, it's important for us to take that individual journey to individuate and differentiate from the crowd and allow ourselves to be the unique freaks that we are. We're in Aquarius season soon, and that's what this is about. So allow yourself to unpack some of these old costumes that maybe you're wearing, and it's time to get rid of them. It's time to donate them so that you can step into who you are meant to be, who you came here to be in this moment.
So Aquarius when the Rave New Year is starting. It's not starting in Capricorn with all that responsibility and everything that we need to do with the struggle of gate 38 and the limitations with gate 60 and all that. No, really the Rave New Year is starting in Aquarius, which is our individual weirdness, finding also our allies that want to go in a similar direction that we want to go. And all that is what we're doing this next week. We're setting us up so we can start a journey together for the Rave New Year. We have that nodal environment in the Rave New Year with the 51 and the 57. And this is very individual energy. It's your own initiative. It's you going forward based on your intuition. That's going to be a theme that comes with us all the whole entire year. And we'll take time in walking the wheel and in the inner circle also to look at what is the chart for the Rave New Year, because all of you here in some way, whether it's through the gene keys or directly through human design, you are in human design. And if you're in human design, you need to know what kind of year it is that we're walking into. The year we're walking into is very connected to 2027, the great change. And like Ashley was also saying, one of the ways that we know that we are going to be able to walk through this world, whatever plot is there in the Maya, right? It is that we are in tune with who we are, with our uniqueness, with our design, that we follow our Australian authority, that we know about our gifts and our cities and how to align more into that core stability that we all have and we all align to in different ways. So let's learn about those different ways that we get through astrology, human design, and gene keys and bridging the gap that allows us to be more in our core, in our inner strength, instead of being pulled everywhere with everything that's changing in the outer world.
Yay. Please join us. Foundations start on Monday, and you can join at any time. The replay, like I said, will be up 24 hours. Unless you purchase the course for $25, then you get lifetime access, and you'll be set up for the year. And you can join us for Walking the Wheel, for the Inner Circle, for any of the other immersions that we have. And you'll have that really great foundation. And it'll take you on that path to freedom, to empowerment, to be able, like Bella said, to stay in your center, to be imperturbable against what's happening outside and around you. And you don't need a force anymore. You get to just flow with your being, flow with your authority, your inner authority, and not fall victim to the external authorities that are trying to make you be a certain way or get you to subscribe to whatever narrative or manipulation that they are trying to spin. There's a lot of that going on now. So let's give you the tools you need to feel empowered. I hope you join us. And thank you so much for watching this live stream, and we'll see you next week.